everyone, I hope you're doing good. So as I promised last week, today's video is about side hustles. So we're going to talk about side hustles you can start today with no money in order to make money while working full-time in order to diversify your income. So I'm sure this video will be helpful to you if you're looking into side hustles and you are wanting to start one. So keep watching, let's get started. So before I go into all the different side hustle ideas I have for you today, because I always have ideas. Trust me, if you don't know what to do, just ask me, I'll find something for you. I just want to say that the side hustles we're going to talk about today are side hustles that you can start from home, that you can do at home, and some of them you can also do as a teenager. So if you're a teen and you're looking to make money, then that can also be for you. So the first side hustle you can start with no money is actually photography. So we all have a phone these days. Most people have actually a pretty good phone that takes pretty good photos, and some of us have cameras. So you don't need a camera for this. You can definitely do this off of your phone, but you know, some people just have a camera that they don't really use. Well, you can use this, but you can do this from your phone. So there's two side hustles you can start in relation to photography. The first one requires you to have a phone at least. The second one does not require you to have a phone or a camera. So see, I told you I have lots of good ideas. So the first thing you can do in relation to photography is obviously offer your photography services. So you're gonna go and take photos of people or objects or products, whatever. And you don't actually need to invest anything because you already have your phone. Then if you want to edit your photos, you can use the Lightroom app on your phone, which is a free app, so you won't have to spend a penny. Then you can slowly build your portfolio, and then you can get more gigs, and then you'll have photos, you know, to show people your style and what you do, and to get even more clients. So you can slowly build your portfolio and your list of clients by doing this. The second thing you can do as a photographer is actually selling your photos on stock photos websites like Pexels, Pixabay. I'll try to link a few down below. These are really good, and sometimes people can use your photos and they can give you money if they want to, but they don't have to. And some other websites, they actually require people to pay to be able to use the photos. So whichever you like best, you know, you can be on all these websites, just one, it doesn't really matter, it's kind of up to you. But it's another way, you know, if you don't want to go and interact with people, if you're not really good at portraits, you can actually just take photos of your city or, you know, local areas around you and sell these photos on stock photos websites. Another thing you can do in relation to photography is actually leverage your editing skills. So, you know, if you want to do this side hustle from your home and you don't want to have to go out and take photos of people or dogs or whatever, you can actually just offer editing services, and then you just have to do this from your home. As I said, there's tons of free apps out there that you can use. You don't have to have Photoshop, you don't have to have Lightroom on your desktop, you can just have it on your phone and it's free. So there's tons of options for you to be able to edit without having to make any investment to start with. The second side hustle, YouTube. Obviously, YouTube is always an option. You might think that you're not meant for YouTube and you're not a camera person, but I think this about myself all the time, and every time I have to film, I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to look like an idiot. So, you know, anyone can do it. You just have to kind of go with it and try to go through the fears and all, but it's actually a really good side hustle. What's good with YouTube is that it's actually bringing you a passive income. So what I mean by this is that yes, you have to put in some hours and some work to make your videos, to plan them, to edit them and all that, but once they are uploaded on YouTube, if you are doing everything you need to do for it to be, you know, optimized, then you don't really have to do anything anymore. On my French channel, I have tons of videos that still bring me money to this day, and pretty good amounts of money to this day that I posted years ago. So it's really good passive income, because once it's uploaded, you don't have to do anything anymore. You just have to sit there and relax. There is a misconception around YouTube that you need to have all these things to be able to film a good YouTube video, like, you know, ring lights and good cameras, like like really expensive cameras and a tripod and etc, etc. You don't need any of these things. You can very well film a YouTube video from your phone. You can use natural lighting. You know, we all piled up books when we started because we couldn't afford a tripod. So I would just say, if it's something that interests you and you kind of want to start but you're kind of hesitant, just try and see if it's for you, because it can be a very good side hustle that brings you passive income. I would really recommend to focus on your content. Don't try to be the best YouTuber. Don't try to be, you know, whatever. Don't try to be something else that you're not as well. Just try to put out good content, and if it's good content, people will watch it and you'll get there eventually. The only downside about YouTube as a side hustle, which we all know, is that you don't make money right away anymore. It used to be like this, but it's not like this anymore. So you will need 4,000 hours of watch time within the past 12 months and 1,000 subscribers to be able to be monetized, which means that that's where you start making money. So it can be a little bit of time before you get there. It can take a few months, a few years. It really depends. There's no rules. I wish there were, but there aren't. So you just kind of have to go with it. You have to think of it as more of a long-term side hustle, a more long-term goal, but it's really fun. So if you're looking into this and you're not, you know, wanting money right away, you want to grow your business slowly, then it's a good option. Another side hustle you can start with no money is actually being a freelancer. When you're trying to start a business and you don't have money to invest in it, there are two things that you can leverage, and that is your time and your skills, and that's exactly what freelance websites like Fiverr allow you to do. So Fiverr is actually a good one, but there's a few other ones out there. If you know you want to be on several websites, that's good. You'll have to figure out what skills you can offer to people, but it's a very good way to make money. So just about your strategy, this is what I would recommend that you do, but you don't have to follow what I say, but I'll say it because I thought that was a very good strategy. So there was this guy on Fiverr who, you know, was offering editing services for photos, so like Photoshop and all that stuff. And he was actually super talented, but when he started, because he had 0 reviews, he had, you know, 0 clients, and people didn't know if his work was valuable, he started at a very low rate, which was I think $5. And because the work he did was amazing, he was able to actually increase his rate pretty high, I think, very fast, because he got all of these good reviews, you know, he got 5 stars, really good comments, and so that allowed him to actually grow his portfolio pretty fast. So if you're really good at what you do, don't go on Fiverr and, you know, ask for a whole lot of money, because people don't know you. You might be excellent at what you do, but people don't know this, and they'll need to know the reviews, they'll need to know the comments before they can trust you. So I would advise starting at a lower rate. That makes people think, you know, if he does a really bad job, it was only $5, I don't really care. Now, this next side hustle is actually one that I really like, because it's one that I did and it was a lot of fun. So this one is teaching, whether it be teaching guitar, teaching English, whatever it is that you can teach, it's always an option. So same, you kind of have to know what you're good at or what you know about, so you can actually teach someone about it. But it's a really good way to make money, because usually you're going to be paid between 10 or 15 euros / dollars an hour. So it's good money. You have to like helping people, otherwise it's gonna feel more like a chore. But I personally really like helping people. I like to, you know, help people grow what they want to grow, and I like to empower them. So I really liked giving guitar lessons and English lessons. It was a lot of fun for me. I liked seeing, you know, my students look at me and be like, oh, I finally understand, no one has ever told me this before. So it was just a whole lot of fun, and it's nice to see, you know, your students succeed and get to where they wanted to get to. So if you like helping people, if you like that one-on-one kind of interaction, then maybe look into this. The only thing about this is that, you know, contrary to YouTube, it's not passive. You are trading your time for money, whereas on YouTube, once the video is uploaded, then you just get the money. You don't have to trade your time anymore. So then it's kind of up to you to figure kind of what you prefer doing for yourself. Another side hustle you can start today with no money is sitting. So you can house sit, you can pet sit, you can babysit, you can plant sit, I think. And it's a really good gig because usually you're paid between 10 and 15 euro an hour, I would say, and you don't really have to do much usually, so it's a pretty good gig. It's something you can do as a teen. I definitely babysat when I was a teenager. It actually teaches you really good life skills, so I would totally look into this if that's something that may interest you. This next side hustle is actually becoming very popular. I've seen a lot of ads recently about it. It's proofreading. So what it means is that you're actually the very last step before something gets published, and you go through, you know, whatever it is, a blog article, a magazine, what else, a book. You go through it and you kind of review the style, you make sure everything's consistent, you have to have obviously a good attention to details to, you know, correct anything, a comma that's misplaced or anything like this. So you're proofreading it. That's a really good side hustle if you like to read. If you don't like to read, I don't really see how that's gonna work, but if you do like to read, that's a very good one. You can do it from anywhere, and there are websites out there that you can join to be a proofreader, and you don't have to be a native English speaker. So that can be of interest to a lot of you, I would assume. Another side hustle that you can start is a blog. And you're gonna tell me, but Marie, to start a blog, I need to pay for a host and I need to pay for a domain. Well, I told you that all these side hustles could be started today with no money. So I'm gonna give you 2 ways to kind of be a blogger, but that won't require any investment. The first one is to actually write for others. There's tons of bloggers out there who don't have time to write and would like to write more. They just don't have the time because they have other activities. So you could write for them. Usually you will get paid per number of words. So that's a good way to blog without having to buy your own blog. Another way is to write for websites like Medium. So I will link down below a video that Shelby Church made on Medium, and she explains how much money she made and kind of what happened and how that worked. So if you are interested in this, I would definitely look into it. It costs nothing to join, it costs nothing to publish your article on Medium. Then it's just a matter of having people, you know, read it and spend time on it so you can make money. So this next one you've probably heard of already because they've been all over YouTube. They sponsored a bunch of YouTubers to talk about them, and that's Skillshare. So essentially you can create your own course and then upload it to Skillshare, and then you're going to join their program and you can make money through the number of people and the watch time that you get, and you can also make money through people that join Skillshare through your link. So it's a good way to make money if you like to teach, if you like to create videos. It's a good way to make money. Now, if you're more of a creative soul, a good way to make money is selling your products on Etsy. They can either be physical products or digital products. If it was me, I would probably go for a digital product because you can just, you know, when people buy it, you can just send it through the internet. You don't have to actually package it, which costs money, and then send it, which costs money. So yes, if that's something that interests you, you should definitely look it up. And now our last side hustles that you can start today with no money, no investment, is using print-on-demand websites. So if you're good at designing, at drawing, or anything like this, or if you know, are the kind that always has something funny to say, like a cool joke that you can put on a t-shirt, then that's something for you. Essentially what they do is that they will take your design that you're uploading on their website, and then they will put it on mugs, t-shirts, phone cases, whatever it is that, you know, you like. They can do that, and then people can buy it from their website, and then you get a commission on this. So the good thing about this is that you actually don't have to care about the products. You don't have to have a stock of the products. It's all them. You just have to create the design and upload it on the website, which is free to join. So there are a lot of websites out there that are print on demand, but there are a couple that are a bit more known. So there's Redbubble and Printful, for example. There's different ways that you can create your design. Ideally, if you have an app like Procreate, that's great. If you already have it and if you're already using it and you know how to use it, then you should go ahead and, you know, do it with that. but Procreate requires an iPad in most cases, I think. So that's a huge investment that you might not have the money for. So another option for you to create your design for free is to use Canva. Canva is a free website that you can just, you know, have access to. You just have to create an account, but you don't have to pay anything. And that lets you create, you know, whatever design you want. The only thing with Canva is that you can't download it with a transparent background for free. So one app that you can use to erase the background is Magic Eraser. It's a great app. It's free, it's on your phone, but it works really well. So that's an option that you can use. Of course, if your plan is to just, you know, do like some kind of saying on a white background, then you don't need to erase the background. You'll just have to put it on white t-shirts, white mugs, and then, you know, no one will see that the white background is still there. I really like this one because it is also something you can do as a teenager. I think the age limit is 13, so that's pretty good, and it's also something you can do from home and from your couch, so we love that. So there you have them, the 10 best side hustles that you can start today with no money, from home, from your couch, even as a teenager. I hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you next week for a new video. Bye!